November 2012, with the targeted killing of Ahmed Jabari, chief of Hamas military wing, and airstrikes against 20 underground sites housing long-range missile launchers capable of striking Tel Aviv. In January 2013, construction of the barrier on the Israeli-Egyptian border was completed in its main section. 146. Benjamin Netanyahu was elected Prime Minister again after the Likud-Israel-Beiteinu alliance won the most seats, 31, in the 2013 legislative election and formed a coalition government with secular centrist Yesh Atid Party, 19, Rightist the Jewish Home, 12, and Livni's Heart Newer, 6, excluding Haredi parties. Labour came in third with 15 seats. 147, in July 2013, as a goodwill gesture to restart peace talks with the Palestinian Authority. Israel agreed to release 104 Palestinian prisoners, most of whom had been in jail since before the 1993 Oslo Accords. 148, including militants who had killed Israeli civilians. 148, 149, in April 2014, Israel suspended peace talks after Hamas and Fatah agreed to form a unity government. 150, 2014 Gaza War. Israeli paratroopers operating against Hamas tunnels during the 2014 Gaza War. Following an escalation of rocket attacks by Hamas, Israel started an operation in the Gaza Strip on the 8th of July 2014. 151, which included our ground incursion aimed at destroying the cross-border tunnels. 152. Differences over the budget and a Jewish state bill triggered early elections in December 2014. 153. After the 2015 Israeli elections, Netanyahu renewed his mandate as prime minister when Likud obtained 30 seats and formed a right-wing coalition government with Kulanu, 10, the Jewish Home, 8, and Orthodox parties Shas, 7, and United Torah Judaism, 6, the bare minimum of seats required to form a coalition. The Zionist Union Alliance came second with 24 seats. 154, a wave of lone wolf attacks by Palestinians took place in 2015 and 2016, particularly stabbings. 155, late 2010s. On the 6th of December, 2017, President Donald Trump formally announced United States recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. 156. Which was followed by the United States recognition of the Golan Heights as part of Israel on the 25th of March, 2019. In March 2018, Palestinians in Gaza initiated the Great March of Return, a series of weekly protests along the Gaza-Israel border. 157, 2020s present. The COVID-19 pandemic began in Israel with the first case detected in February 2020 and the first death being that of a Holocaust survivor in March 2020. 158. Israel Shield was the government's program to combat against the virus. Nationwide lockdowns and mask mandates were present throughout the country for much of 2020 into 2021. With the vaccination campaign beginning in December 2020 along with Greenpeace's. 159, 160, 161. In late 2020, Israel normalized relations with 4 Arab League countries. The United Arab Emirates and Bahrain in September, known as the Abraham Accords. 162, Sudan in October. 163, and Morocco in December. 164, in May 2021, after tensions escalated in Jerusalem, Israel and Hamas traded blows in Gaza for 11 days. 165. The 2019-2022 political crisis featured political instability in Israel, leading to 5 elections to the Knesset over 4 years. The April 2019 and September 2019 elections saw no party able to form a coalition, leading to the March 2020 election. 166. This election again looked to result in deadlock, but due to the worsening COVID-19 pandemic, Netanyahu and blue and white leader Benny Gantz were able to establish a unity government with a planned rotating prime ministership where Netanyahu would serve first and later be replaced by Gantz. 167. The coalition failed by December due to a dispute over the budget, and new elections were called for March 2021. 168. Following the March 2021 election, Naftali Bennett signed a coalition agreement with Yair Lapid and different parties opposed to Netanyahu on the right, center and left, whereby Bennett would serve as prime minister until September 2023 and then Lapid would assume the role until November 2025. 169. An Israeli Arab party, ROAM, was included in the government coalition for the first time in decades. 170. In June 2022, following several legislative defeats for the governing coalition, Bennett announced the introduction of a bill to dissolve the Knesset and called for new elections to be held in November. 171. Yair Lapid became the new interim prime minister. 172. After the 2022 elections, Netanyahu was able to return as prime minister under a coalition that included Likud, Shas, United Torah Judaism, Religious Zionist Party, Otzma Yehudit, and known, in what was described as the most right-wing government in the country's history. 173. A number of the right-wing coalitions have been controversial, both domestically and internationally, with its attempts at judicial reform leading to the 2023 Israeli judicial reform protests. Military actions such as the July 2023 Jenin incursion, alongside a rise in Palestinian political violence, have meanwhile resulted in an uptick in violence in the Israel-Palestine conflict, producing a death toll in 2023 that is the highest in the conflict since 2005. 174. 2023 Israel-Hamas war. Notes. Then known as the Zionist Organization. References. Citations.